Today we're going to start a series called Contemplating Creation. So we'll read from the very start of the Bible in Genesis chapter 1 and verse 1. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. The question of origins, in other words, where everything came from, is one that has occupied the greatest minds for millennia. There have been many theories that have been proposed. Some have come into favour and then have gone out of favour again. But of all the theories, the ideas and the answers that have been offered, none is as elegant or as satisfying as the 10 words with which the Bible opens. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. And the reason why it is so satisfying is that it deals with the truth of the matter. The most popular idea of origins, at least in the West, is the Big Bang theory. It's an intriguing idea, and it's interesting too, but it leaves the soul with the fundamental question: how did the universe start? And this is because it's really a theory of the history of the universe rather than a theory about its creation. It leaves the fundamental question of what caused the Big Bang unanswered. So why do people struggle to answer the question of origins? The Roman philosopher Lucretius articulated the maxim, "Nothing can be created from nothing," just over 2,000 years ago. To put it a different way, it answers to the experience of generations of humanity that everything that is made has a maker. To every effect, there is a cause. And that's the rationale behind all science, to countless investigations into accidents, and is fundamental to every inquiring mind. In everyday life, we know that things are made by makers. It's only when we refuse to admit that fundamental fact that we come up with contrived ideas. As the psalmist wrote in both Psalm 14 and Psalm 53, "The fool hath said in his heart, there is no God." Moses answers the fundamental question easily because he knows the Creator. So he answers our fundamental questions in the most straightforward way. In the beginning is the when of origins. God is the who of origins. Created is the how of origins. The heaven and the earth is the what of origins. We have in these words the creation of time, space, and matter, the fundamental elements of the physical universe. And the details are unfolded to us in the rest of the Bible. In 6 days, the Lord made heaven and earth and all that in them is, and rested the seventh day, Exodus chapter 20. But as we start to look at these verses, there is something else I want us to keep before us. When we come to the New Testament, we read similar words to the words that we've read today in John's Gospel, chapter 1. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. All things were made by him. It is that same gospel that brings before us the longing of God's heart. The Father seeketh true worshippers to worship him, John chapter 4. So as we consider the words of creation, the work of creation, and the wonder of creation, let us remember that this should simply stimulate us to worship the one who is the Creator. Tomorrow we will begin by considering what it was that came from the hand of God.